observed a warm to the touch, white cup in the center.
They will put an immigration detainer on you, and you will be stuck like Chuck. I'm going to address it for you, and I promise you're not going to like it.
What you just watched, that's the breaking point. A warm cup in the console, a direct threat from the bench, and a life about to be upended. But you haven't seen the web of contradictions that led here. This is the state versus Mr. Alipio, referred to in court as Senator Alipio. It started with a high-speed swerve at 80 miles per hour, but it's really about a man's desperate attempt to stay in the country. Alipio initially claimed he had just one drink. Then the story changed to 3. When the officer found a warm cup in the center console, the stakes shifted from a simple fine to a total life collapse. Now he's facing an immigration detainer that could leave him stuck like Chuck and deported forever. Does one mistake justify losing everything you've built? To see how courtroom psychology uncovers the truth, subscribe and join our legal breakdowns. Let's see how it all unfolded.
Good morning, Mr. Alipio.
Yes.
Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
On March 13th, 2025, an officer observed a blue Ford F-250 driving at a high rate of speed. The officer paced the Ford driving 79 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. The officer observed the vehicle to fail to maintain a single lane, driving over a solid dash line, and driving between 2 lanes with other motor vehicles in the area when the vehicle failed to maintain the single lane. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to have slurred speech. The defendant stated he drank 1 alcoholic drink prior to the traffic stop. The officer observed the defendant to be staggering while walking, using the motor vehicle for support, and the defendant to have the mild odor of alcohol upon his breath. The defendant appeared confused, and the officer had to repeat himself multiple times. SFSTs were conducted. 6 out of 6 clues were observed on the HGN. 2 out of 8 clues observed on the walk and turn. 3 out of 4 clues observed on the one-leg stand. The defendant stated he drank 2 to 3 alcoholic drinks prior to the traffic stop. The defendant was arrested. An inventory search was conducted of the defendant's vehicle, and the officer observed a warm to the touch, white cup in the center console.
Alcohol while driving?
3 to 3/4 full while with the smell of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant was read the DIC and refused the breath test. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Mr. Alipio, I would hope that you would recognize it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. I am now also taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive. If I find that you do, because I will have you sign an affidavit, a promise with me that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, likewise, you will go to jail. I do not know what your immigration status is, but if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you they will put an immigration detainer on you, and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with, and then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm sending notice to DPS that there is now a restriction on you that you are not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If you were caught driving a vehicle and it does not have an ignition interlock, every officer in the state will know to arrest you and put you in jail. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende? Yes.
Your Honor, just to clarify, so he can drive so long as he has a guardian in?
No, I'm taking away, he's not allowed to drive at all.
Would you consider reinstating his ability to drive because he owns his own business?
I'm not ready yet. All I know is that he's got alcohol allegedly in the car while he's driving, and it's a second offense. No. Look at me, Mr. Alipio. Do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Because of this restriction, you will now be required to obtain a portable device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you are not consuming alcohol. I don't know if you have a problem with drugs or alcohol. If you do, now is the time for you to address it. Because if I see it becomes a problem, I'm going to address it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? Yes.
Yes.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. That means that you don't have to waste your time coming to court. But it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Lee. If she tells me that she can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, you're playing games, you're not responding to her, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my street at all costs. And I have no qualms about putting you in custody. If you don't believe me, ask Lee. She knows. For now, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, you'll get to Victoria where we will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. It's not forever, but I want to know that you truly appreciates and not just, oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor, his prior DWI was in 2003, so he had not had alcohol in any long time.
How do we know? How many times has he not been caught that we just don't know?
No.
I don't know, but all I know is he's got alcohol in the car. He has a prior DWI, so he's already on notice of what you can and can't do. I have a problem. So
Yes, Your Honor.
just proactivity goes a long way.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Michelle. Alipio.
The judge made the call. Mr. Alipio is banned from the road and facing a permanent immigration detainer. But here's the question. Was this ruling a necessary protection for the public, or was it too harsh for a business owner with a 20-year clean streak? Comment below, team prosecution or team defense. Should one mistake lead to deportation? If this case got you thinking, hit like. Share this with anyone who loves courtroom drama.